Dear students, in the last class we learnt about the crystal field splitting in tetrahedral complexes. Okay, in tetrahedral complexes the splitting is less than octahedral complexes. Okay, because there will be only 4 electrons is present, but in the octahedral 6 ligands are present. And here there will be less repulsion in tetrahedral, but in the octahedral there will be more repulsion, including less repulsion also. And in tetrahedral complexes it has only high spin complexes. Okay, but in octahedral both high spin and the low spin complexes should take place. And here the ligand should occupy the space at the corners. Here the ligand should occupy at the corner, and these 4 ligands are lie between the axes. Okay, and there are 5 suborbitals, and that there will be splitting in. It means 5 suborbitals means the central metal ion have a d orbital. In that d orbital we have a 5 suborbitals. These suborbital belongs to central metal ion. Okay, that there will be splitting in 3 is T2 orbital and 2 is E orbital. Here T2 is in higher energy and E is in lower energy. This is the splitting of d orbitals. Okay, and here delta O is greater than delta T. It means energy difference of octahedral complexes is more than tetrahedral complexes. And some of the splitting of the tetrahedral complexes is here they are taking only I spin complexes. So here E and T2, E is in lower energy, T2 is in higher energy. Okay, next this is the crystal field stabilization energy in tetrahedral complexes. 0-0.6 delta T into Ne plus 0.4 delta T into Nt2. Ne means number of electron in the E level, Nt2 means number of electron in the T2 level. Okay, in today's class we learnt about the crystal field splitting of square planar complexes. Okay, next is crystal field splitting in square planar field. In that, here there are 4 ligands are present in square planar. Okay, M, L, 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 L. Okay, here this is the square planar geometry. Okay, here the ligand should be lie on the x axis and a y axis. Here the ligands does not lie on the z axis, but they can move towards z axis. Okay, here this ligand should be lie on the x axis and a y axis, but these ligands should move towards the z axis. Okay, and in the square planar the energy diagram is energy diagram and a splitting of d orbitals. Splitting of d orbitals are totally different. Okay, totally different from tetrahedral and octahedral Okay, here we have to observe that the splitting that should be based on the octahedron, but by seeing that energy level diagram, though that energy level diagram is totally different from tetrahedral and octahedral. Okay, here as the ligands move away, then in the square planar complexes the ligand should must closer to the metal atom. Do you know that if in case the ligand is move away, okay, then the ligand should be in square planar complexes, then ligand should be closer to the little bit closer to the metal atom. Okay, in the splitting diagram is the splitting diagram is okay. In that we know that d orbitals have 5 suborbitals. These d orbitals should belongs to the what? Metal atom. Okay, in that d orbitals have 5 suborbital dxy, dxyz, dxz, dz square, dx square minus y square. Okay, in that as ligand present in the dyz, dxz and the dz square, it means as ligands move away along the z axis. Okay, here the ligand move away along the z axis. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಸಮ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗಾದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ವಿತ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಮೂವ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಆವಾಗ ಆ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ ಥರ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸಮ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ವಿತ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, here you have to see here z is also present in this also, here also, and here there will be 3 orbitals are present with z component. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ some energy will fall, some energy will fall. Do you get it? The point, it means the ligand move along the z axis. z axis ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವುಗಳದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ದೆ ಫಾಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವು ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇವು ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿ ವೈ ಝೆಡ್, ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಝೆಡ್, ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ದ ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್, the dz square orbital falls the most. Okay, it means in the z component, it means along the z axis the dz square that falls on the z axis. Okay, ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ, ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾಲ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವು ಮೂರರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇವು ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ಮೋರ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ ವೈ ಝೆಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಇನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಮಚ್ compared to dz square. dyz, dxz also the orbitals drop in energy but not as much. Okay, here falls the most, it means lost the energy. Do you get it? Lost the energy. Fall means ಬೀಳೋದು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. It means it loses the energy. ಓಕೆ, ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದ ಝೆಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ಸು ಸಮ್ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಝೆಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಇನ್ ದೀಸ್ 3 d orbitals, dz square falls the most energy. Okay, so that's why that are concentrated, the electrons present in the dz square are concentrated along the z axis, but dxz and dyz orbitals also drop in energy but not as much. Okay, next conversely we know that other two orbitals are there, no? So dx square minus y square and dxy orbitals increasing energy, okay. Here you have to observe here in that in these orbitals, according to the splitting of the splitting diagram is mainly depend upon the octahedral complexes. In octahedral complexes it has T2G as lower energy, EG as in higher energy. Okay, this is that. EG should be present in the top, T2G should be present in the low level. Okay, that is the energy level diagram. In that you have to observe here T2G belongs to dxy, dyz, dxz or zx. EG belongs to dz square, dx square minus y square. In that the dz square has the more energy compared to dz square, and dx square minus y square as the less energy. Okay, less energy because the ligand move along the z axis. In that some of the energy, more energy should be less fall, it means losses. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇವು ಮೂರು T2Gಗೆ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಎರಡು EGಗೆ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ T2 EGನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇದು ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ dz ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ dxy, dyz, dxz ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇವೆರಡು z ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಲೆಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸ್ಲಿ dx ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ y ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ dxy ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. Do you get it? It means the splitting of dx square minus y square and the dxy orbital, that should have a energy more. Okay, that should have a more energy compared to dyz, dxz, dz square. Okay, here next we move on to the energy level diagram. Yes, this is the energy level diagram or energy crystal field splitting energy of square planar coordination. Here these are the degenerate of d orbitals. Okay, 5 orbitals are there, 1 2 3 4 5. It is dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square minus y square, dz square. Okay, in that in the octahedral complexes Eg should be present in the higher energy and T2G should be present in the lower energy. You all know about that. Okay, so here again in the last classes for tetrahedral and the octahedral there should be splitting of electron should be takes place here itself only. After the splitting it does not takes place, but in the square planar after the splitting is also taking place. Here you have to observe that this dz square and dx square minus y square, here dx in comparing these two, dx square minus y square have the higher energy compared to dz square because it loses the energy along the z axis when the ligands move. Okay, so that's why dx square minus y square should be written in the first and then dz square. Here this is the dz square. Okay, next we will move on to the dxy, dyz, dxz T2G level. In comparing these two, the z component have a less energy compared to other component. Here dxy has the more energy compared to dyz, dxz and also dz square. Okay, dyz, dxz, dz square as the less energy compared to dx square minus y square and dxy. Okay, so that's why dxy is written in between the dx square and minus y square and dz square, or above the dz square. Okay, here I am writing dxy above the dz square because it has a high energy compared to dz square. Next, dxz and dyz as the less energy compared to dz square. Get it? This is the delta 1. This is the energy difference between delta 1 and this is the delta 2 and this is the delta 3. Total of this is called it as a delta sp. It means crystal energy difference between for square planar complexes. Okay, this is all about the energy level diagram, energy splitting. Okay, this is one of the splitting, and other splitting is also possible if in case vice versa taking place. Okay, shall we move on to that? Before going to that, here there are some relative order of the energy is there. Relative order of the energy of splitted d orbitals for square planar complexes. Okay, for square planar complexes, here dyz is equal to dxz, because in the energy level diagram you have to observe here comparing here dxz and dyz as the less energy compared to dz square as less energy compared to dxy as less energy compared to dx square minus y square. We have to write the order dxy, yz and dxz is less than dz square is less than dxy is less than x square minus y square. This order should be belongs to only for some complexes. That complexes are cobalt 2 plus, nickel 2 plus, copper 2 plus, silver 2 plus and silver 3 plus. These are the examples should belongs to this order. Okay, for some cases the order should be changed. In some cases mainly for platinum 2 plus. In some cases mainly for platinum, the energy is dz square is less than dyz is equal to dxz less than dxy less than dx square minus y square. It means there will be vice versa. Here first is dyz is equal to dxz is there, but here dz square is there. It means it has a less energy compared to all the orbitals, but here dz square is the less energy compared to all the orbitals. Okay, and here for that first energy level diagram, first orbital is present dx square minus y square, then next dxy and dz square, dyz and dxz. Here they are giving a values. Okay, for energy level diagram, it means this field energy is called it as a delta 1 is equal to 1 delta naught, and this energy is called it as a delta 2 is equal to 0.66 delta O, and this energy is called it as a delta 3 is equal to 0.086 delta O. Sum of these delta 1 and delta 2, it gives a energy difference between for square planar complexes delta 1 plus delta 2 plus delta 3. Here this value for given for this order. Okay, not for this order, They are giving value for this order only. Okay. The next, substitute delta Sp is equal to 1 delta O plus 0.66 plus 0.086. So delta Sp for energy difference for square planar complex is 17.46 dQ. This is the unit. Okay. And in the very first class we learnt about the factors affecting the magnitude of the delta naught. It means delta Sp has highest energy difference compared to delta O. Delta O is greater than delta T. Here delta Sp is greater than delta O because why delta Sp is greater than delta O? Here for square planar complexes dyz and dxz. Okay, here there will be only two ligands are present. The repulsion will takes place with the two ligands. Repulsion with two ligands. Okay, two ligands for square planar complex. Square planar. But in octahedral dyz and dxz, repulsion with four ligand. Repulsion with four ligands. So that's why square planar has the highest energy difference compared to octahedral. Okay, because here dyz and dxz has the repulsion with two ligands. Dyz and dxz in octahedral complexes there will be repulsion with four ligands. These are all about the crystal field splitting. You have to concentrate on the splitting of magnetic behavior of octahedral complexes and energy level diagram for these three and reasons. Okay, and lastly is limitations of crystal field theory is there. Here the limitations of CFT is there. Here he only considered the d orbital. Okay, in the last classes we learnt only about the splitting of d orbitals only, not the splitting of p orbital and also s orbital. He does not explain about the s orbital and p orbital. He explained only about d orbital. Okay, this is one of the limitation. Next, second one is he does not explain about pi bonding. Here they form only sigma bond with outermost shell. He does not explain the pi bonding in complexes, and also it does not explain the relative strength of the ligand. Okay, how here OH minus is weak than compared to H2O. It does not explain that relative strength of the ligand. Next, last one is only considered the ionic bonding. Here he only considered ionic bonding. He does not explain the covalent nature present in the ionic bonding. He only explains about ionic bonding only, how it will forms. Okay, he does not explain the strength and the covalent character of the ionic bonding. These are all about the limitations of CFT. Next class I will explain about the magnetic susceptibility. Okay, magnetic susceptibility. Thank you.